What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say, if you're a fan of those Legends of the Game, I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. And in the comments below, guys, let me know a legend you'd like to see me do a build on, past or present. I'd be more than happy to do that build for you. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So guys, we're doing a request build today for Sean Elliott. For those of you that may not know who Sean Elliott is, he was a really good player for the San Antonio Spurs. I believe he was with them when they won their first ring with Timmy and Robinson. I'm pretty sure he was. I mean, that's a long time ago, so it's, but I'm pretty sure that he was. I know that he spent a year in Detroit, but I don't think it was that year. Yeah, he was one of the greatest Spurs players of all time. If you've never seen him play, go check out some of his highlights, guys. Because many people, when they think of Sean Elliott, they're like, oh, he's a good shooter. But he was so much more than that, guys. I mean, Sean Elliott, he could shoot, definitely. But he also had the ability to finish around the basket. He was pretty decent at dunking. I mean, I'm not saying that he's winning any slam dunk contest or anything. But he was definitely able to throw it down. And a lot of people forget how good he was at, finishing at the basket and things. But he was pretty good at it. I mean, he wasn't, he wasn't someone that was only a shooter. So we're going to look at that and we're going to put that into this build here today. Now, for those of you that like to have a well-rounded offensive player, this is going to be the perfect build for you. Let's go ahead and let's get into this. So we're going to do the mostly shooting with a little bit less finishing. Now you can go the pure green if you want to, if you just want that shooting aspect and nothing else. But Elliot, like I said, he was able to throw down and he was pretty good at finishing around the basket. So, I want that finishing as a part of this build. So I feel like this is a better way to go with that. Now, of course, guys, anytime we're focusing on shooting in a build, we want to go with speed, especially if you're playing, small forward guards, something like that, something where speed is very important. Now, what we're going to do here, guys, we're going to max out our close shot. We're going to max out our driving layup, our driving dunk, and we're going to go ahead and max out our standing dunk for nothing more than just getting those finishing badges. And then we're going to max out our mid-range. We're going to max out our three-point shot, and we're going to max out our free throw. Now, with this, I think you just take it up to 67 just to get that 20th shooting badge. We're going to take our pass accuracy up to 65, and then we're going to max out our ball handling. Now, you can max this all the way out if you want to get those playmaking badges. It's just, I think you get a facilitating shooter, which I would not say that was Elliot at all. So I just put it at 65 just to, and then we're going to max out our perimeter defense, lateral quickness, our steal. Then we're going to go down. We're going to max out our defensive and our offensive rebound. That's going to leave you with 4 guys. You could really put that anywhere. I think you could probably put this up to 69 and it wouldn't matter. But you do get those 3 playmaking badges. So let's see. Body shape, guys, it really doesn't. It's whatever you prefer to choose with. Or whatever you choose to play with or prefer to play with. Will be 6'8" and then 205. Now, guys, I'm going to do something here I do not typically do. Typically, I want to max out that wingspan. But here today, we're going to take it down just 1 tick. Just one, because we don't want to take it down anymore. But just 1 tick just to get that boost of that 3-point shooting, because that's a big part of this build. So you definitely want that 3-point shooting. Now, as you can see, guys, I mean, you've got a lot of takeovers to choose from, and it really depends on what you like to play with. But where we're doing a Sean Elliott build, I feel like spot-up shooter is a really, really good way to go. And you have built a shooter with shades of, I like the Hondo. I'm surprised. I think Bill Russell is the only one from that Celtics era that I've actually done a build on. Jones, Kuzi, Havlicek, there's a lot of players from from that Celtics team that I could really do a build on, and I haven't, and I'm kind of surprised about that. But that's something that we may look at in the future. I'm getting requests for a lot of younger players, and newer players, and there's one guys that I've got coming that I'm really excited about because he's one of my favorite young players in the NBA. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. But let's go ahead. Why did I do that? I don't know. Anyway, we'll go back into this, and we'll do the right thing this time. I promise. Let's go into test build. And we'll get this maxed out. Now, guys, for your finishing, it really depends on you. I'm going to go with Acrobat. I'm going to go Fearless Finisher. I'm going to go Slithery because I really like all of those, right? Now, those all work really, really well together. So I feel like they're ones that you should have. You could do Posterizer if you wanted to. I'm going to do Unstrippable, though, because the ball handling isn't the greatest, and the last thing that I want to happen is to be stripped while driving to the basket. Now here, guys, again, it's really Hot Zone Hunter, Limitless Spot Up. That's two that anytime I'm doing a 3-point build, I want those because they're just really important. Then, looking at what else we have here, you want to do catch and shoot because you're going to be playing primarily off ball with this. You could do clutch shooter, green machine, fade ace. Well, not fade ace, but you could do difficult shots, dead eye, blinders. For some reason, I just really like dead eye and blinders, guys. I really do because it really seems to help you when someone's closing out. But, if you go with like Chef or Circus 3s or Clutch Shooter, Volume Shooter, Stop and Pop, any of those, like I say, guys, badges that I choose, they're just more or less a suggestion. And these are the badges that I've used that work well for me in this specific build. Now, guys, I will say for this, I would not necessarily say that this is a suggestion. I would say that this is the way that I would go, and that's glue hands. Because to me, glue hands is very important. It's really, really good to have because if it's a bad pass, it just seems to help you with still being able to get up a good shot. And then here, guys, I would just do clamps and intimidator and interceptor. So clamps on gold and intimidator and an interceptor on bronze. But yeah, guys, there you have it. I feel like this is a really, really good Sean Elliott build. If you've never seen Sean Elliott play, guys, I would definitely recommend checking out some of his highlights because he was really, really good. I think there was a few seasons there with the Spurs that he was averaging like more than 20 points per game, I believe. I know it was 1 or 2 seasons at least, but he was a really good scorer. He was good at shooting. And he wasn't a slouch on defense either. He was decent. I wouldn't say that he was a Defensive Player of the Year, nominee or anything like that. But, yeah, he was definitely solid. And, guys, I don't normally talk about this sort of stuff, but what do you guys think about the playoffs so far? Are you enjoying them? What do you think about what Boston is doing? Whew. Tatum, he's real. That defense, that defense that they play is really good. I'm really surprised by how well the Celtics are playing right now. That defense is just, it's just really, really good. But, there's a lot of good teams. Of course, the Warriors, in what they're doing. Minnesota, it's just there's so much going on that you don't typically see. Like I'm just seeing Minnesota in the playoffs is just it's something that I'm not accustomed to seeing, right? Because it's been a long time. It's been like since probably when Garnett was there. And the fact that they actually won a game, I don't think they're going to win the series, but the fact that they won a game against the Grizzlies, who are one of the better teams in the NBA, surprisingly, that really says a lot. they've got a good core there with Cat, and Edwards and those guys. I mean, they've got a good core. They've got a good, they got a bright future if everyone can stay healthy and everyone stays motivated. But guys, I mean, I'm loving the playoffs right now. I hope you guys are too. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. If this is content that you enjoy, I'd recommend subscribing to the channel. And also, guys, in the comments below, please let me know a legend you'd like to see me do a build on. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.